What is going on, collectors? Optical 20 back for another video preview. Mark 85. Now, it's been released today as we speak. I was doing a live stream actually with PJ Paradox Nerd, and this was announced. And then, like we talked about it there, but I just want to kind of expand on my opinions on this one. Not a big fan of the head sculpt. Now, make no mistake about it. I'm not buying it for the head sculpt, but it's a part of the, a big part of the figure. Oh man, they changed. It feel like they changed it drastically from the prototype. There's a lot of things I see wrong with this one. It's so smooth. It looks like he got Botox. It's I, initially I thought, did I just went from reviewing Max Nut, who is one of the best in the business right now, to seeing this? Is my eyes deceiving me? But I saw all the comments on Facebook, kind of echoing the same statements, the same sentiments that I do have. Now, as a figure, it looks great. I mean, is it a bit overpriced? Yes. I feel like this should have been the same price as Mark 47 at 380. A little more than I wanted to pay because it doesn't light up. Mind you, that back part does not. It's still a cool looking piece, a piece that everyone should own. Now, if I pre-ordered this already, and my mind's not going to change because of that head sculpt, but it's worth noting that is a terrible head sculpt. It looks like Tony Stark. It's him, but they have done better. If Maxna can do it better, I don't know why. It is soft. It doesn't have the same amount of details as what JC was putting it out there. Now, make no mistake about it. I'm still going to put it at 8.5 out of a 10. Maybe an 8. The more I look at it, the more I dislike it. But as a figure, I still highly recommend this. Kind of like I bought Ant-Man, and that is one of the worst smiles that you would ever see. This one has a lot of qualities in it that is reason enough to buy it. The head sculpt is not one of them. I really don't know what happened. I feel like it is kind of like Qui-Gon, that it's soft, that it doesn't have the... Because he's old here, but you can see the shots right here. He looks like he has wrinkles, but it looks smooth. He's supposed to be skinnier here and older. However, I feel like they didn't really capture that. But again, however, I am going to keep my pre-order. There's no way I'm going to cancel it. Now, if you ask me if you're just debating between this and the battle damage one, that's an easy answer. I think the battle damage one is more iconic. But I mean, you can see it's Tony Stark. I mean, it's not terrible, I guess. It's just a bit disappointing because we've seen other manufacturers now do better. And for the price that they're asking this for, and we all get the armor, the die cast. We already paid a premium for that. That's why this is over $400. And as a matter of fact, the battle damage one is $450. That's a lot of money. And for the figure itself, I mean, it is what it is. This might be the last few Iron Mans that we are going to get, maybe last couple. If not, I'm sure there's going to be one more for Black Widow and all that stuff. But yeah, I can't help but get disappointed with the head sculpt. I was expecting more between the release of this and the Mark 50. There's times have passed, and you would think that they would improve their technique in between. That wasn't really the case here. Yeah, that's a bit disappointing. Let me know in the comments how you feel about this head sculpt. Does this deter you from buying the figures? Are you gonna keep your pre-order? Are you gonna stick with just the battle damage? I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. I always love hearing your thoughts, guys, because I learn too. I learn from other collectors. I have my own opinion, but sometimes there's a wake-up call for me here and there. It looks good from this picture, this angle. Maybe there's certain angles that it looks worse. I'm not saying, again, it's recognizable. It's Robert Downey Jr. It's just not what I have expected. I expecting them to evolve like on this picture right here. Initially, I thought it was BG Toy Art making making it look smooth because it looks shiny and all that stuff, but it is from other photographers as well. Um, I don't know if you can put that back part in the. We were just talking about it earlier. Mark 42, you get the battle damage pieces. Obviously, Hot Toys determined that, hey, they'll make more money if they release two figures, and that's a smart business move from a company standpoint. From a collector standpoint, it's unfortunate because we got to fork out almost $1,000 for Iron Man if you're buying both. But we've come to get used to this business model by Hot Toys. But by releasing a head sculpt like this, though, I mean, it's not helping their case here. 40, I mean, the battle damage 85 should be a lot better when it in terms to head sculpt. I reviewed the MaxNut third-party head sculpts. If you haven't seen it, I'll put the link down below. Now that's third-party. He's shown time and time again, at least in my case, the reviews that I got 3 times now, that he is, I would say, in some aspects, killing Hot Toys when it comes to like the Black Panther one and the John Wick. I can certainly say, at least in my own opinion, that it smiles better than Hot Toys. Obviously, we all have our preference when it comes to head sculpt. You might completely love this, but by just browsing to the comment section, I think the universal reaction so far is not positive when it comes to the community, and I don't blame them. It certainly could be better, but the thing too is that they have done enough Tony Stark or Robert Downey Jr. head sculpt to master this. This is not their first rodeo compared to, let's say, the Chadwick Boseman from Black Panther 2 or the Black Panther movie, or the John Wick head sculpt, which is that's their first rodeo again. They should have some sort of a roadmap here. And by looking at Mark 50 back then, before I got MaxNut, I thought that was the best head sculpt that I've seen. My eyes have been opened. It's not. And after that, at first, I thought I was just looking at this through a lens that have seen a better third-party head sculpt. But again, the statements and the sentiments of the other collectors kind of prove my point here. But I still feel like even without that, you would regret if you don't pick this one up. An iconic figure. It comes with decent amount of, accessories, I guess, from the back. I mean, decent by Hot Toy standard. But it's one of those figures where I think if they overproduce this, it'll be sit like Mark 50, but you should still get it, in my opinion. So let me know in the comments down below how you feel about this figure, and is it worth the price they're asking for? Is the head sculpt going to deter you? Leave the comments down below, and thank you for watching, guys, and I will see you guys in the next video.